Assalamu alaikum, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to explore two significant events from the early life of Prophet Muhammad (PBUH) that offer valuable lessons about justice, unity, and peace. These events, the Battle of Fijaar and the Fuzool Armistice, played a crucial role in shaping the future leader we know today. But here's the interesting part. Before becoming the Prophet, Muhammad (PBUH) was already involved in situations that highlighted his fairness and commitment to standing up for what's right. So, in this video, we'll dive deep into these events, how they shaped his character, and how they resonate with the principles of Islam. Make sure to stay tuned as we break it down step by step. History often presents us with moments of great significance, where the actions of a single individual shape the course of events for generations to come. One such figure is Prophet Muhammad (PBUH), whose early life was marked by crucial events that influenced not only his time but also the future of the world. Among these events were his participation in the Battle of Fijaar and his involvement in the Fuzool Armistice, two key occurrences in pre-Islamic Arabia that helped shape his leadership and principles. Before the arrival of Islam, Arabia was a region of tribal rivalries, complex alliances, and frequent conflicts. The tribes of Arabia, including the Quraysh, where Prophet Muhammad (PBUH) was born, were deeply engaged in trade, culture, and warfare. The battle and the armistice we're about to discuss took place during this turbulent time. The tribes of Arabia would often engage in skirmishes, whether over resources, honor, or trade routes. In this environment, the Prophet (PBUH), though still a young man, was soon to play a role that would not only shape his future but also lay the groundwork for his later leadership in Islam. The Battle of Fijaar, fought around 610 CE, was an important conflict between the Quraysh and a rival confederation of tribes. The battle earned its name from the Fijaar Valley, where the fighting took place, and was part of a larger pattern of tribal feuds that characterized the region at the time. At the time of the Battle of Fijaar, Prophet Muhammad (PBUH) was around 20 years old. Though he wasn't yet the Prophet, he was involved in the events due to his tribal affiliation with the Quraysh, who were directly engaged in the conflict. This was a significant moment for the Prophet (PBUH), as it provided him with early exposure to the harsh realities of tribal warfare and the importance of alliances and honor in pre-Islamic society. Prophet Muhammad (PBUH) did not actively participate in the fighting, as he was too young to be a soldier in the battle. However, he was part of the caravan, and this experience allowed him to observe the deep-rooted divisions and struggles between the tribes. It was a formative moment that contributed to his understanding of justice, peace, and the values that would later define his prophetic mission. Though Prophet Muhammad (PBUH) was not directly involved in military actions, his role in the Fuzool Armistice marks a critical turning point in his early life. The Fuzool Armistice was a peace agreement forged between several warring tribes, including the Quraysh, to stop internal conflicts and restore peace to the region. The Fuzool Armistice, also known as the Hilf al-Fudl, was established in response to a growing need for peace and cooperation in the face of violence. It was initiated by the tribes of Makkah, including the Quraysh, who recognized the need for a formal agreement to protect the interests of merchants and travelers, and to prevent further bloodshed. At the time of the armistice, Prophet Muhammad (PBUH) was around 25 years old and was a member of the Quraysh. He participated in the agreement, which was signed by the leaders of the major tribes, ensuring that they would collectively defend the rights of individuals against injustice. Muhammad (PBUH) was praised for his fairness and keen sense of justice during the proceedings. The Fuzool Armistice was a turning point, as it demonstrated Prophet Muhammad's early commitment to justice and equality. The armistice's goal was simple: to stop the exploitation of weaker tribes and ensure that wrongdoers would be held accountable. The agreement reflected the values of protection, fairness, and unity, principles that would later resonate throughout the Prophet's mission as a leader of Islam. Even though Prophet Muhammad was not the leader at this time, he earned respect for his honesty and fair approach. His involvement in the Hilf al-Fudl would be remembered later when, as prophet, he would call on the same values of justice and protection for all people, regardless of tribe or status. Years later, Prophet Muhammad would reference the Hilf al-Fudl, stating that if he were invited to honor such an agreement again after becoming a prophet, he would eagerly accept. The principles of justice, mercy, and standing up against oppression remained central throughout his life. The events surrounding the Battle of Fijaar and the Fuzool Armistice were formative experiences for Prophet Muhammad They provided him with first-hand insight into the importance of justice, peace, and unity among people. His participation in the armistice, in particular, demonstrated his early commitment to fighting for fairness and working towards a society where the rights of all individuals, regardless of tribe or status, were upheld. These early experiences in the tribal society of Makkah would go on to influence the values of the Islamic State that Prophet Muhammad would establish. As the Prophet, he would teach that justice, unity, and peace are fundamental to society, and that standing up for what is right, even in the face of opposition, is the path to true honor. Prophet Muhammad's involvement in the Battle of Fijaar and the Fuzool Armistice is a testament to his deep-rooted sense of justice and the principles he carried with him throughout his life. These formative experiences shaped him into the leader who would change the course of history and guide a nation towards peace, equity, and spiritual unity. Thank you for watching. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more historical and Islamic content. See you in the next video.